Hey everyone, Quentin Hamp here with Vectus Marketing. Today we're going to look at roofing in Springfield, Missouri. We're going to look at who's ranking, why they're ranking, what you can do to rank higher with your own website. I'm going to give you a few action items that you can walk away with tonight and move your site up higher in Google. So if you ever wondered, how does Google figure out who to put at the top? Well, this video is going to give that to you. So first of all, we have ads, and then we have a couple more ads, and then we have the map pack listing. And one of the questions I always get asked is, if I get more reviews, will I rank more highly? And reviews can help, but they're just one piece of the equation. You also need a lot of high quality websites talking about your website in order to move you up in the rankings. Glennstone here has been around for a while. A lot of people know about them. It's not surprising to see them so well ranked here in the maps. And you can actually see that Solutions Roofing has a few more reviews than they do, but they're not as high as Glennstone. Some of this is also located to where you are. Right now I'm sitting on the west edge of town, and you can see that we're going to see this better situated towards where I am over on the west edge of town. Now we have other great websites, Dale's, A1 Roofing. We have some big national sites like the BBB, Cox Roofing, another local site. And to give you more data on this, I want to go to a special tool called Ahrefs. And this tool helps us evaluate how easy it is to get into a niche. And first of all, you can see right away this is an easy niche. 9 for roofing, which is such a lucrative industry. It's kind of surprising to see this ease of ranking. So this is great for a small company who's like, man, I want to get into this. This is going to be an easier niche to get into and to get some exposure in with a little bit lower cost. If I come down here, I can get a picture that's similar to the one we just saw on the last screen of the top sites ranking in Google. Now, of course, Google customizes results, and so we see it just a few different positions here. But the first one is still Dale's. And what I want to point out to you here is this domains category. There are 32 websites talking about Dale's Roofing. These may be blogs, these may be places where they are sponsoring local sports clubs. I'll give you an example of that here in just a minute. A1 Roofing only has 28. If you'll follow my cursor down here, so we have 28, and so a little bit fewer mentions. Not surprising to see them a little lower. Same thing with Cox Roofing, number 19, coming in just a little bit lower. And then down here at the bottom, we have Absolute Roofers, and they actually have more, 44, and that caught my eye. I was wondering, why do they have more, but they're ranked lower? Can I pick out on what's going on? And sure enough, let me switch screens here. Okay, so here we have Absolute Roofers, and we can see, or Absolute Roofing, excuse me, we can see that they have a lot of sponsorships they've helped with the local sports clubs, Republic Tiger Sports, for example. They are well represented in the community of Republic, Missouri. The only problem is Republic, Missouri is just, a little bit outside of Springfield, Missouri. And so Google is seeing these signals for Republic, Missouri, and is emphasizing Republic a little bit more than Springfield. So while they have a lot of great backlinks and a lot of great sites talking about them, and they're supporting great causes in their community, they're not ranked quite as highly as a result of that. So just a little insight there on how Google uses signals. They're looking for websites that can clue them in on what your website is about. And it's the interlinking web of websites that helps Google sort out where you belong in their rankings. All right, let's get some more information here. Going here to Glennstone Roofing. So this one caught my eye because it's actually on page 2. But Glennstone, if you remember, is up here in the maps, right? They're way up here in the maps, but then they don't show up anywhere else on this page. And they just fell off of page 2. And this is something I sometimes see when a website has hired an SEO agency, but they've over-optimized their site a little bit. Now, Glennstone is not doing too badly. Let me show you kind of an overview of how their traffic is doing right here. I know I'm moving through a lot of screens, but I'll pause here in a second. All right, so here we see their traffic. It's fairly stable, and they actually rank for the phrase composition shingles, and this delivers a lot of the traffic to their website. So this helps them have a good overall traffic signal coming to their site. However, they don't do as well for phrases like roofing or roofer, Springfield, Missouri, which is probably a term that's more profitable to them. When I look at their backlinks, the first thing I see is, a really smart play. They're here on the Apple Valley Golf Course, but then I see that they're listed on Xenon servers. Well, servers have really nothing to do with roofing. Expertise is a great place to be listed. Bentonville, I don't know, man. That's kind of a long ways away from here. Um, Claiborne, Louisiana is talking about them. That's probably not the best play. Um, Burlington Bike Park, I don't know where that is. I don't think it's in Springfield. And just a couple more here. CSS3 files. So that's another link for computers. And so Google's going to say, hey, is this a computer site? Computer sites are talking about them. Here we have Springfield Rewind. Excellent, excellent one to have there, except it is Springfield, Illinois. So now Google's wondering, are they in Springfield, Illinois? Is that what's going on? The Old Pecan Street Festival, I don't believe that is here in Springfield. Let's take a quick look at it. I don't see anything here in Springfield. And what's even worse about this is that the Old Pecan Street Festival.com, they let their domain expire. And someone has bought this domain and then put a little bit of content on it and is now linking out to all their clients. So all of these people here have hired probably the same agency, possibly 417 Marketing. They're here on the side. And this company is just linking out to their clients from what we would call a private blog network. Google really is not a fan of private blog networks. They tend to not have a lot of traffic. They tend to pass on questionable signals, hard for Google to understand signals. And we can see here that this site, this Old Pecan Street Festival, is linking to a chiropractor. It's linking to an eye care. It's linking to several attorneys. It's just all over the place. There's no clear signal for Google to work off of. And it's not surprising that because of those mixed signals, that Google is moving them down a little bit lower. And unfortunately for Glennstone, they've probably paid this marketing agency a lot of money. And now they're kind of stuck on the page 2 of Google. And the only way forward for them would be probably to remove a bunch of these backlinks and then to move forward with a healthier linking strategy that has more local signals. So that's where they're stuck at. And the problem is they're a roofing company. They're not they don't understand maybe how this works. The good news for them, however, and the one reason why you might not want to do anything with it is they are showing up so well in the maps. And if that maps ranking is driving them enough traffic, they can leave it right there and there's no reason to mess with it. They're going to stay plenty busy getting that business from the maps. All right, guys, so we can understand now kind of why sites are ranking so well in Google. It has a lot to do with who's talking about them and how relevant those are to the local community. We see Glennstone ranking really high in maps because they have a lot of backlinks coming to them, but they're struggling in the organic because some of those rankings are not, or some of those backlinks are not very clear on their signals. And then we can see some of these other sites don't have as many ranking to them or linking into them. However, they're ranking really well, like Dale's Roofing, because those backlinks are more relevant to Dale's Roofing here in Springfield, Missouri. I hope that helps you understand a lot about what's going on. One of the big things is to make sure your site is listed on, your local BBB, your local Chamber of Commerce, any of the local causes that you're passionate about. Make sure you're supporting them and getting a link back from them, and it's going to do a lot for your rankings. I hope that's helped you. If you do not want to handle your marketing, looking for an agency to hire, Vectus Marketing is always open to talk to you. Hop on over to vectusmarketing.com and I'll get back to you on your site.